أهلا بكم مشاهدينا، أنا كولين فرحات أرحب بكم وأتمنى لكم صياما مقبولا وأوقاتا سعيدة في شهر رمضان المبارك. من شيكاغو أجريت لقاء مع إيفون مافيه مؤسسة مدونة My Halal Kitchen التي تقدم عبرها أشهى الأطباق الحلال من جميع أقطار العالم لتغني موائد الإفطار والسحور وتسهل مهمة ربات البيوت. إيفون ولدت في كنف عائلة كاثوليكية، لكن رحلة قامت بها إلى المغرب غيرت حياتها. سحرتها الحضارة المغربية لتتعرف لأول مرة على الدين الإسلامي عن كثب، وبعد عودتها إلى الولايات المتحدة تعمقت في دراسته واعتنقت الإسلام. تغيرت حياتها اليومية وكذلك عاداتها في الأكل، فوجدت في مطبخ الحلال الإجابة على حبها بالطبخ والتزامها الديني.
Food represents love, togetherness, acceptance, and it's the perfect way to sort of enter someone's soul. My name's Yvonne Mafie. I'm the publisher of My Halal Kitchen. It's a food blog focusing on halal food, recipes, and substitutes for the home cook to cook halal any day of the week without stress, quick and easy, always healthy, with real food. I was born and raised in a small town in Northeast Ohio. My father was born in Sicily and came here when he was a young boy, and my mom is Puerto Rican but raised in the States. And I was given an all-American childhood with a very ethnic background. On my dad's side, my grandparents were the house to go to eat pastas of all sorts. The smells of Sicily were really alive in their house. From the Puerto Rican side, they always cooked famous Puerto Rican food. I felt very loved and very well taken care of by all of them. I went to Ohio University. I met so many international students that also like to cook. And from there, I just started tasting foods from Malaysia, Indonesia, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. When you learn about the food, you learn about the history, the struggles of people. And I spent a short time in Morocco. That sort of changed a lot of things for me because it opened up the sort of the Muslim world that I really had no idea existed, in the sense of the experience of actually being there. You know, it was only what I'd read in papers, and that was very little or nothing. I was there in Ramadan. When I arrived, I had no idea what Ramadan was, but I entered on a Friday at Jummah time. And as the boat was pulling into the port of Tangier, I could hear the adhan.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
So I was very intrigued by all of this. I remember walking past a mosque, but I didn't know what a mosque was. I just knew that all the fear just left me. There was no reason for it. I was in awe of like how much we had in common. I had a question, they had answers, and everybody was very consistent in their answers, that I thought that their characters must have been shaped by something greater than all of us. I think all the pieces of the puzzle of one's life kind of comes together in a certain way. In mine, everything that I learned was a journey to Islam. Islam is, for me, the inner peace that I got when I began to learn about Islam and get answers about life through the learning of Islam, and then embracing it for myself. I think it gave me a peace that I didn't know I could get as I learned about Islam. My day-to-day life did change quite a bit. Food, of course, was the biggest thing to change. I got married, came to Chicago, and I continued teaching, but I ended up teaching in an Islamic school. Through those several years, I really started to see this void of recipes and cuisine that was halal and not halal, and what is understood as halal and what isn't. So I really started doing some introspection on myself and thought, you know, maybe it's now or never. I always wanted to do something in food. I always wanted to write and cook. And maybe now with the advent of blogs, I could publish my own work instead of waiting for somebody to publish me. Taking a leap of faith and saying, this is what I want to do. Halal is who I am. I eat this way. I substitute things this way. Things are coming out delicious and I want to share it. And so I ended up starting the My Halal Kitchen blog, and I hit publish and the blog was born, and it's never been the same since. I still remember one of the first posts I ever published on My Halal Kitchen was about making homemade yogurt. Of course, the first person to comment is always your mother, so that was my case too. And then a woman I didn't know, she commented and really liked the information. It gave me the impetus to keep going, I guess you could say. I really want to educate people about halal that don't understand it, and also provide to the Muslim community the ease of halal cooking. Instead of saying, forget it, I won't make that recipe because there's wine in it, they'll say, wait, there's a halal substitute. So I want to offer those to my readers. I think social media is hugely important to a food blogger, particularly Instagram. So when you take pictures of things like the process of your cooking, or a quick video of what you're making, or a finished product with a link to your recipe, it really inspires readers to visit your site. But more importantly, it helps you stay very connected with readers and provide good engagement with them. The one responding is always me. I'm behind all the social media and I answer all the comments, and so I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to readers and engaging and answering questions. It's a lot of fun. So my first cookbook is Summer Ramadan Cooking, and I wrote that book a few years ago because I really compiled a lot of recipes that I thought were useful for the long summer fast. One of the most popular recipes, particularly in Ramadan, is my dates with creme fraiche recipe. It's dates that are stuffed with almonds or walnuts and then topped with creme fraiche and pistachios and orange zest and lemon zest and lime zest. I'm so happy Ramadan is in summer because watermelon is our best friend in this month, and it's so full of water, and you can eat it as is or put it into drinks. Sometimes we get afraid of small portions because we're fasting, and then when we finally get to eat, we want to eat a lot. I have really simplified a lot in my kitchen, mostly because I'm trying to grow more of my own food, and my garden is sort of my little pride and joy at the moment. When we talk about halal, we should also mention tayyib, right? Tayyib meaning pure, organic, wholesome. I've had really positive feedback when I do lectures or talk about halal food to non-Muslim communities, and most people are really happy to learn about it because they like the transparency of it. That makes sense for everyone, not just Muslims. And also breaking the stereotypes of what halal food is. My new book, My Halal Kitchen, it consists of American, Asian, Latin, French, and Italian cuisine made halal. So all your classic recipes that you might be looking for, like beef bourguignon, for example, or coq au vin is made with red wine. So I have recipes in the book that show how to substitute that red wine with something halal, but not sacrifice any of the flavor. Well, Epicurious is one of the largest food websites online, so I think it was a big deal. They were interested enough in our book, and not because it's my book. I feel like it's a win for the halal food world, and it's a win for halal industry. One thing I thought I was going to have to forego when I became Muslim was a lot of my good food. I feel incredibly fortunate to be able to cook the foods that I grew up with and the foods that I love. You know, making Italian food, French food, Latin food, all halal, you know, makes me feel like I don't have to sacrifice good flavor, comfort food, or my religion at the same time. It's really important to know who you are and what you want to do and listen to that voice, because it will guide you to the things that you know you're good at doing. And that voice told me that you have to do something that combines food with writing. I think all the little steps, you know, led me into the direction that I'm in now. So I think I'm in the right place. أهلا وسهلا. تفضلوا. Thank you. With pleasure.